What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And today we're going to be talking about something that I honestly could not believe when I saw it, alright? It's just further proof that some rich people have way too much money on their hands. Today we're going to be talking about the invisible sculpture that was just sold for a little shy of 20,000 US dollars. Yeah, that's right. The article that ended up getting my attention was: an Italian artist auctioned off an invisible sculpture for $18,300, and it's made of literally nothing. It is a work that asks you to activate the power of your imagination. Yeah, it looks like you activated the power of imagination of a really easy way to make way too much money for doing literally no work. This shows one of two things: either that rich people are stupid and will literally buy anything if you tell them that it's important and has a value, or B, that the entire art world is just money laundering, dude. Who is sitting there and hears some guy go on some rant about how, oh, this is an invisible sculpture, but it will activate the beauty of your imagination, and then shells out 20 grand for it? Like, listen, dude, I'm sorry. I'm all for people getting money. I'm all for people getting the bag. That's why I grind so hard. But if you have enough money where you literally spend $20,000 on nothing, you have too much. You've hit the point where there's just too much money in your pocket. Oh yes, this sculpture, the Invisible Man, started for 20,000 and now it's been sold for 200 million. And that's what's gonna be really funny when they go to pass on the invisible statue to their kids. They have like the certificate for it saying that they have it, but nobody's interested in buying it. There's gotta be like no resellability for this thing, because you were dumb enough to buy the invisible sculpture from the artist, but I'm not buying the invisible sculpture from the guy who bought the invisible sculpture from the artist. From the department of they sold that for how much comes today's story about an Italian artist who, for the cool price of 15,000 euros, recently auctioned an artwork that is, well, nothing. Last week, the 67-year-old artist sold an immaterial sculpture, which is to say that it doesn't exist. I just don't understand why they're calling it an immaterial sculpture, bro. It's nothing. You don't get to call it an immaterial sculpture. Imagine if you could do this with your schoolwork, dude. Like, you go to your teacher. I know you said that there was a 55-page essay due, but it's an immaterial essay. You just have to imagine it exists. Like, how is this reality, bro? Who in the world did this? I'm sorry, if I was an art collector in the auction house I went to, tried to pull some of this crap, I'm not buying anything, only for the simple fact that it's obvious they're just trying to rip me off. And listen, I can't even hate the artist. Like, I know a lot of people would be like, wow, this artist is a jerk. No, he's not. Think about it this way. You're an artist, right? You're spending hours and hours crafting art that's selling for like 3 grand. And then you come up with an idea. I'm going to call something the immaterial sculpture. I'm just going to call it that. And someone will buy it for 15,000 pounds or euros. Sorry. Foreign currency, monopoly money. Like, well, you would do the exact same thing. Don't get it twisted. Mr. Salvatore over here obviously has a pretty good business practice going on if he can just sell nothing. This guy would be such a good salesman, bro. He could sell ice to a ski slope, bro. I'm telling you. Like, how do you even convince someone that this is a good idea? No, James, you're not thinking about it, okay? I know you're thinking of art as this physical thing that you put on a wall, but what you need to be doing is using your creativity to imagine what you could imagine the sculpture is. And the guy's like, oh, you are right, bibbidi bobbidi, the 20 grand, here you go. What other things could you buy for $18,300? Let's see, you could do a car, you could buy the world's sickest gaming setup. You could do a lot of nice investments, get yourself some residual passive income. Not a lot, but you could do it. But like, no, bro, you just spent it on literally nothing. Do you think this person went home and told their spouse, I don't know who bought it, if it was a man or a woman, but like told their husband or wife, whichever one? Yeah, I know that we agreed that we were going to go on that cruise next month, all right? And I had already paid for it, but I had to cancel it because I had an opportunity to buy some art, all right? To be fair, the artist might disagree on conceptual grounds. For him, the artwork, titled Lo Sono, which means I am, finds its form from its own nothingness. The vacuum is nothing more than a space full of energy, and even if we empty it, there's nothing left. According to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle that nothing has a weight, he told Spanish news outlet. Therefore, it has energy that is condensed and transformed into particles that is into us. It went up for sale in May at the Italian auction house, estimated value between $6,000 and $9,000, but competing bidders pushed it to $15,000. Yeah, dude, this guy definitely is good at BSing, but that meant nothing. That entire sentence about, like, vacuums full of energy and nothingness meant nothing. He literally did not say anything there. Oh, the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nothing has a weight. Why do I need to buy your nothing for 15,000 euros, though? Like, if nothing is just nothing, then you can just say that super deep sentence, and then everything's worth $15,000. Oh, it represents the uncertainty. No, it doesn't, bro. You just wanted to make money. Like, I don't even care, dude. By all means, like I said earlier, get your bag. You want to convince these stupid rich people that it's deep. More power to you, dude. But let's not pretend that you're a superhero for slapping nothing on an empty podium and selling it for 15 grand. I also love how dumb rich people further get like explained to be when it was originally going to be 6,000 to 9,000 euros. Still a pretty hefty sum considering, let's not forget, there's literally nothing there. And then people kept a bidding war going for the thing of nothing where it sold for like almost double asking price. Yeah, folks, nothing to see here. Just two people that got into a bidding war for literally nothing. Like, usually that's hyperbole in these situations. In this case, literally nothing. The lucky buyer, if you can call him that, went home with a certificate of authenticity and a set of instructions. The work must be exhibited in a private house in a roughly 5 by 5 foot space free of obstruction. So now this guy's telling me where I have to put this nothing that I just bought. When I decide to exhibit an immaterial sculpture in a given space, that space will concentrate on a certain amount in density of thoughts at a precise point, creating a sculpture that, from my title, will only take the most varied forms. Well, yeah, because it can be anything. If you thought that was an artsy claptrap, he goes on to draw a rather lofty comparison to the work. After all, don't we shape a god we've never seen, he added. The artist didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm sorry. Like, hey, more power to the dude, but I really hope he's playing a character. Like, I hope this is just a character to convince old people to buy his paintings, because if not, that's got to be so unbearable. Sometimes, man, these artists be taking it too far. Like, you're just in McDonald's eating a Big Mac, right? There's nothing artistic about it. There's nothing special. You are just eating a Big Mac. And an artist would be like, wow, I captured this man eating a Big Mac, and it insinuates how capitalism is filling the mouth of society with the food, the hamburger of life. It's like, no, dude, I'm just eating a cheeseburger. Not everything has to be deep, dude. Artists and English teachers are the two people that everything just has to be way deeper than it actually is. The vacuum of emptiness is the thought of the projection of God. It's like, dude, come on, it's just nothing. Sure, I'm sure life can be pretty fun if you give everything super deep meaning, like if everything is crazy all the time, but it's also really fun when you realize that the universe is just a bunch of random dice rolls, and trying to be like, variation vacuum energy is just kind of pointless, because at the end of the day, we're just kind of a better version of monkeys with a bigger brain, and we're all chilling, you know? Losono isn't the only artwork of its kind in his, I don't know what that word is, I'm gonna say portfolio. In February of this year at the Piazza della Scala in Milan, the artist exhibited Buddha in Contemplation, a similarly invisible sculpture demarcated by a square of tape on a cobblestone walkway. Meanwhile, this week, he installed Aphrodite Cries in front of the New York City Stock Exchange. The effort, evidenced by an empty white circle, was supported by the Italian Cultural Institute. So this guy literally just takes nothing everywhere and gets paid for it. You don't see it, but it exists. It's made of air and spirit. I'm gonna go step in your artwork. It's a work that asks you to activate the power of the imagination, a power that anyone has, even those that don't believe they have it. Indeed, many people on the internet seem to be having trouble tapping into that power. So you really just taped a square and called it a sculpture, reads the most liked comment on the video page. Yeah, because I feel like if you called it an art installation, that would be okay. But when you call it a sculpture, that is something. Like, you didn't say, this is some, art experiment showing emptiness. You call it a sculpture, and that's why people, I think, are like, what do you mean? We're used to artists being weird, but that's like, I made an Xbox, and then I hand you an orange. And I'm like, through the power of imagination, this is an Xbox. And everyone has the power to turn this orange into an Xbox. And if you don't, then you don't believe in yourself. Like, that's basically this guy's art plan, bro. I'm gonna start doing this. From now on, I'm opening an eBay store, and I'm selling oranges, and I'm just gonna call it 3090 graphics cards for $3 grand a pop. And when people get them, I'll be like, look, dude, it's art. It's a sculpture. I don't know what to tell you. By all means, this guy's getting the bag, but goodness gracious, I think art is just, this world makes no sense, bro. This is just money laundering. Like, there's no way this is actually a billion-dollar industry. I just refuse to believe it. There's got to be something bigger afoot here. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I'd really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would buy this sculpture of nothing. If you really want to help out the channel, you can use code Scrubae at the G Fuel checkout. It's a fantastic way to help out the channel, and you get a discount on G Fuel. Very cool. My podcast, The Scuffed Cast, can also be found in the description down below. And last but certainly not least, you should get some of the merch on screen now. As you can tell, it's very, very, very cool and very awesome. And yeah, on that note, don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.